I will give you, because I am a minister, because I'm a preacher, I'm going to give you a biblical text. Cain and Abel were brothers. And the Bible says that Cain killed his brother. And when you look at that text, he killed him because he was jealous that God took Abel's sacrifice over his. It was not that God favored Abel. It was that God recognized that Abel was giving a sacrifice out of the first of what he had, and Cain was giving out of his abundance. And so the reason I raise that is because this community has long been abundantly blessed. But we are taking those blessings for granted, and so we don't give a sacrifice to the people that help to make the community abundantly blessed.
My purpose for addressing this open session is to seek the suffrage of you, the legislative arm of our community, to do the work to which you have been elected in a manner that is consistent with principles and values inculcated by your and my foreparents. We have all been taught through whatever religious practices we have to be consistent in our behavior towards others as you would want others to be towards you. Note, it is not as others treat you, but it is as you would want to be treated. I strongly encourage every person to be lawful and legal in their behavior, be it to the federal as well as to local governments. The guiding lights for our religious practices in all cases direct us that we ought to be obedient to the law of the land and to render unto Caesar those things that are Caesar. However, I also bring to your attention another portion of Holy Writ, and to paraphrase it for this setting, the prophet Micah reminds us that all of us have come from another land. We have all been rescued from places where we were in some way enslaved. And yet, now that we are a part of this great country, the land of the free and the home of the brave, our responsibility goes to all mankind to do justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with our God. Would you want to be put out of your home? Would you not be injured by the same measure of justice that you render, or would you rather have mercy sake toward you? Certainly, those persons who refuse to comply, those who create social and criminal problems for our community must be dealt with, and I support that. But to have an all-encompassing, no-exclusion resolution shows no mercy and certainly has no appearance of any godliness. Since we see that there is a backlog in processing on the federal level, why doesn't this board take initiatives to help resolve the snail pace on the local level rather than deny persons based on their basic human principles? Thank you.
Good afternoon.